Hi, Matt with eTrailer. If you have a 2023 BMW X5 and you're looking for something that's going to be a really easy installation and is going to get you through those moderate snow and ice conditions, then the Titan chain tire chains with the assisted tensioner is going to be a great option for you. We're going to have this on our rear axle is what the manual recommends. You just need to make sure that you turn off the rear axle steering so you can drive safely with these tire chains. And we also are going to have this on tire size 275, 45, R20. Now this will fit a variety of other sizes. That's just the size we have today. Now if you're not sure if this is going to fit your vehicle, you can actually plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find the right one for you. Now we can take a closer look at the links themselves. So looking at them, they are going to be Class S chains, so they're going to be very low profile to your tire, give you more of a sleek design, and it's just nice that you have more room to sit underneath your wheel well. And this is going to be more of a square link design. So with a square link design, that's going to give you more bite through moderate snow and ice. And on top of that, we are going to have these chains made out of a manganese nickel alloy steel. So they're going to last you a long time and be rust resistant. We'll also have this diamond pattern design, and that diamond pattern is going to give you more surface area on the tire itself, which in turn is going to give you more traction, great for making those turns. And now I can show you what that rubber tensioner is going to look like, or this assisted tensioner, and it is pretty much just going to be this rubber piece at the very end of these links. This is great because when you're driving around, usually your chains will typically shift, and once they shift, they usually loosen up. This is just going to make sure it applies tension the entire time, giving you more peace of mind. And this kit is going to come with 2 chains in this very nice case. I like it that it's a little bit soft, so if you ever do come into contact with it, it's not going to be making contact with a rough surface. And that we do have these 2 little bags inside of it. So that's nice that these are keeping our chains separate so they don't get tangled up. Now in my opinion, I think this is a really good chain, especially if you are looking for something still affordable where you don't have to get underneath your vehicle, because there's not a whole lot of room underneath the X5, so trying to get chains on that way is going to be pretty difficult. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more premium and it gives you a little bit more peace of mind, then I'd recommend checking out the Koenig self-tensioning tire chains. Because instead of just having a rubber tensioner, it's going to have a whole mechanism that has a lot more room to work with. So this is going to be better if you're taking shorter drives and you're okay with something like this. Now, if you're taking these out for extended periods of time, then I'd probably go with the Koenig ones. But for most people, I think the Titan chain assisted tensioning tire chains will be just fine too. Now, if you are curious to see this installation, just stay tuned and walk through the process. To start off the installation, I recommend grabbing some gloves. It's just going to make this a lot easier, and laying out your chains. So what we're going to be looking for with our chains are going to be checking if there's any damage to them and making sure those welds are still looking good. Then we want to make sure it's in the right orientation. So with these hooks here, we want to make sure the flat side is facing up and our gray cable is closest to your tire. We also want to make sure that we don't have any connections in the center. And this is free. Once you've established that, then we can start putting them on. So what I'm going to do is push our sides to the relative sides and then push it behind the tire. Now this might be kind of tricky when there is some snow on the ground, but if you just kind of chuck it back there, you should be good for the most part. And then we're just going to pull it through. And when we're doing this, we're trying to make sure we didn't tangle anything up. Doing the same thing on the other side too. We'll get to a point where we can actually start putting this on. So we're just going to grab that backside where we can make that connection with this block and this channel, lifting up and connecting it right here. You're going to feel kind of seated in place, maintain control of your chains, and then drape it over the front. And from here, you're just going to be grabbing this yellow link and connecting it to this green hook, just like so. Now this is hanging a little bit low, so I'm just going to adjust this fit until it sits more even on our tire. You kind of use your other hand to check the back side of it to make sure it's not hanging too low or high. And from here, I want to grab this rubber tensioner and we're going to slide it through this red channel right here. There will be an opening on the back side of it that these gray links will go into. And you just apply tension and then run this through each one of these red eyelets. You're going to pull on it each time, and once it's past the last one, we're just going to apply tension to one of the links above. So this isn't coming out very far, so instead of going way across, we're just going to go to the closest point we can go to. That's going to be right here. And this would be a good point. Just kind of pull on your chains, make sure everything feels nice and tight. And if it does, you can repeat this process on the other side. And then I just recommend pulling forward and back some, just make sure you still have a good fit. And if you do, you can take it out for a ride. But this was just a look at the installation and some of the features of the Titan chain tire chains with the assisted tensioner on our 2023 BMW X5. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.